Once you've selected your report, there are several different options that you can use to group and filter your reports by. The first option is your Select Fields to Include. These checkboxes in that section represent the different columns that you'll see going across the top of your report. Use the checkboxes to check or uncheck depending on what you'd like to see on your report. The next option is Sorting Options. This will allow you to group the different sections using the drop-down boxes provided. You can also use the drop-down box to choose whether you'd like it in ascending or descending order and whether or not you'd like it to break the page. For example, if we were running a charges report to print out for each employee, maybe to give them a summary of things that we just paid them for in our payroll report, we would choose in the first box the agent's name and then break the page. What this is going to do is group together each of those charges by that employee's name. Once it finishes locating all of the charges that were done by that employee, it would break the page. In other words, if you were printing out this report, each agent's information and charges would print out on their own separate sheet of paper. If you're just viewing it in the screen, the Break the Page option is still very helpful because it puts a big colored bar in between each section. That way you can clearly see the breaking. Below the sorting options, you have your filter options. You don't have to use any filters in our system, but we do have filters for just about anything that you could want. In the census report, for example, if you have a surveyor walk into your office and you're needing to run a census report by a specific date range, you'll want to use the admit and discharge date fields. In the admit and discharge date fields, if you're looking for your patients that were admitted last year or all of your patients that were on service last year or active during that date range, what you would want to do is make sure that you entered in 12/31 of 2013 in the second field in the admit date. The reason why we enter that date in here is because we don't want any patients that were admitted after this date. In the discharge date field, we want to enter in 01/01 of 2013 in the first discharge date box, because we also don't want any patients who were discharged before January 1st of 2013. If I were to run this census report with these specific date filter options, this would give me all of my active patients that were on service during that time frame. You also have several other filter options that you can use, and at the very bottom you have different page viewing options, like formatting to view it in the screen, as a PDF, in an Excel document, or as a plain text document. Your Submit button is going to be at the top and bottom of the report filter page. And you also have the option to save your filters as a template. So if this is a census report or just a general report that you're running frequently with these same filter options, you may want to save the filters as a template. Once you click on that box, that'll allow you to enter in a template name. Once you've named your template, click OK to save it. It'll tell you that it successfully updated your report filter template, and then the next time that you go into your report center, you'll notice that at the top you have a drop-down box to be able to select those filter options. You can choose either Use Template, and as you can see, it'll add those specific dates and things that we had added in before, or you can click on Update Template. If you made some changes and wanted to actually update that template to reflect the new changes or filter option that you decided to add. Once you're ready to run the report, just click Submit, and it'll open up the report either in another screen for you to view, or possibly another screen for you to download or save the file, depending on the viewing options that you selected before you click Submit.